And yet. Good. Do we need any help, or are we all good? Okay. Wonderful. Let's try that again. Very good evening, everyone. Very nice to see you. Gosh, nothing like a bit of faff to start a rehearsal. Brilliant. Well, very good to see you. I'm afraid to say I'm a little bit out of sorts today because I had some very, very bad food poisoning last night. So my head's been a little bit scrambled. So if I say some extremely weird things, sort of weirder than normal, that's what it is. Looking forward to our drinks afterwards. Hope everyone's going to stay for one of those. It's probably not the best idea after food poisoning, but there we go. Going to be there anyway, and it's lovely to see lots of people there for that. So, on our feet, please, let's start with a warm-up. Mickey deciding not to stand up this week. That's all right. You're forgiven. He's really staring me down. Good, and first thing first, let's have a shake. Shake everything off. Nice and loose. Legs as well. Yeah, nice and loose. Good. Wonderful. And waking up the arms. And the fronts of the legs. And the backs of the legs. And across the chest. Oh. And stretching up nice and tall. And slowly bring your arms down. He did stand up for a bit, I know. Good. And let's roll our shoulders back. And let's roll them forwards. Really try and get those up to your ears as possible as you go. Good. And up to your ears properly. And breathing out, relax. And up to your ears. And relax. Good. And let's wake up the face. Nice silly faces. Just nice deep massage. Get all those muscles going. That bit where the jaw meets the skull. And under the chin as well. Make sure there's nothing extremely tight around there. Good. And a couple of yawns, please. Oh. Oh. Good. Lovely. And chew some gum. And clean your teeth with your tongue. Descent. What's the descent? Sorry? Impressed you cleaned them. Hands on your belly buttons. And repeating after me. Mickey looks so done with this exercise. He is so bored of hearing this. Hee hee. Ho ho ho. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Which is a lovely be natural. Are we just going to come down to a gentle hum? Your turn. Coming down and keep it as legato as you possibly can, smooth. And in terms of the tuning, think up as you come down. And just enjoy the feeling of resonating. Two more, and last one. Thank you very much. And back to our note we started on, which is a P. And we're going to come down now. Ya, 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 ya. As slidey as you want. Keep it nice and smooth, and get that feeling of allowing the jaw to relax. Ya, 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 your turn. Down. Nice and relaxed. Last one. Here we go. And then on that, can I have so we come up and down the fifth, and then slide up at the end. And I don't mind how slidey it is on that last one. Ready? 2, 3, Up. Good. Now, when we slide up to that tone, we go, Okay, so keep that position. You've already prepared it going up. So you know that you can do that without having to move your head. Okay? What it is another thing we were talking about was breath management. This exercise is slightly longer than some of the other ones we've done. So you need to make sure you've got enough in the breath and the trajectory of the phrase to get up to the high note at the end. Okay? Let's try it one more time. 2, 3, again. Ooh. Nice sustain. Thank you. And now it's starting to get a little bit higher and a little bit trickier as we come over the top of the end. Can we imagine that the sound comes up and over? I was speaking the other day about when they do the high jump or the pole vault, and they say they clear 2 meters 16 or something like that. But in order to get to 2 meters 16, you have to have gone to about 2 meters 18 to get over it. Yeah? If that makes sense. So if you imagine the note is here, instead of coming up, oh, and feeling like it hits a ceiling. Oh, and over the other side. Yeah, so you can just to have that visual of the high jumper at that moment as you're coming over the note on the top. Here's that one more time. 2, 3, and. Lovely. Now over. Drop the octave if you have to. Last one. Bravo. Thank you very much, everyone. Please do take a seat. I hope that analogy is quite helpful. I found it quite helpful when someone said that to me. Just the feeling that a high note doesn't have a ceiling. It doesn't have a ceiling. You're always moving. You're always going up and over, as opposed to hitting. You know, there's this idea of hitting the high notes as we go to ideas. Are you hitting the high notes? Which is actually a really sort of detrimental phrase, to hit the high notes. The high notes need to be part of the phrase. And I think that analogy just gives a sense of trajectory and sense of line as well. It's a journey going up and over these high notes. Good. Can we find our louder C on, please? And can we turn to movement number 5, please, that we were doing last week? It's page 35 if you're in my edition. Docti Sacris. So James is going to play us the last 2 bars of the previous movement, which goes as follows. Now everyone's going to sing me their first note. And there's a reason we practice that. We're going to do that one more time. James is going to play this lovely little phrase at the end of the 2 bars. That's the one. So we're moving from G major to C major. It's just interesting if you hear the... What is that? That exact chord reminds me of something. What is it? You're going to tell me. Okay, we'll speak about it later. Okay, well, yeah, all right. Yeah, we'll talk about it later. Yeah, we'll discuss it later. Straight on number 5. And 2, 6. That was lovely, thank you. It was great. And everything sat about a millisecond behind me. Now we're going to do it absolutely with me this time. And... Thank you. Lots of very good things. Can we go back, please, to the bottom of page 38, fourth bar, which is subdiversis. It's the beginning of the last section if you're using the photocopy. Just sopranos and altos, please. 1, and. Thank you. Can we go back back 5 bars to the top of page 40, second bar? And we're going to listen across the choir. We're going to listen across the choir, and latent is going to absolutely be in time. Because it's one of those bars that looks like we don't have to concentrate on, which means that it's not together. And... That time latent was together, but res eximie was not quite together. Really listen, and come with me. Don't wait for James. Same place? 1, and. Perfect, that was nicely together. There is no breath after the 5th bar of page 40. Latent res, which means that you have to leave the T of latent to the end of the bar. Latent res. There is, however, a breath after the 3rd bar of page 40. Latent. And it's on the 6th quaver. So if you imagine latent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. Latent, latent. Okay, and that's how we keep it precise. And that applies to the tenors and basses as well, please. So a quaver off in the 3rd bar of page 40, and then a go through after the 5th bar, please. Good. Sopranos and altos, now that we're singing it in, I'm going to ask you to go from the bottom of 38, 4th bar one more time. And this time you're going to be absolutely with me. Actually, just before we say that, sops, top of 39, 2nd bar. Sinis. Next note, that's the one. Sinis tantum, which you need to be careful on. Just that moment, sops. 1, and. Yeah, we're not quite settled on that. Let's stop on tum, obviously. So 1, 2, 1, and. So just sit a bit higher on that. One more time. 1, and. Do we hear that that's a little tantum? The note is fine, it's just the tuning now. Okay? Sops and altos, please, from the bottom of 38, 4th bar. And this time we're going to get a bit more of the dynamics. We're going to get the sforzandi at the bottom of page 39 as well. 1, and. Sorry. We're going to do that one more time because I was talking absolute garbage in Latin. Subdiversis. 1, and. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Sops, there is no breath after rebustan. You don't have enough time there. Rebustan. So in the penultimate bar, top of 39, there is no breath there for the sopranos, but there is a breath for ATB. That was very nice. We didn't get any sforzando at the bottom of the page, so we'll do it one more time. Subversis, 1, and. Good, thank you. It's quite simple music. It's quite simple music, but that means we have to be uber disciplined. Otherwise, it will sound rubbish. Yeah? Because if simple music is done badly, then you sort of think, well, what was the... You could sing the most brilliant chorus of Bach, but if the chorale is rubbish, then the performance isn't worth listening to. Okay? So it's one of those moments. Although this is simple music, it's one of those things that can make or break a performance, which is why I'm banging on about it. Tenors and basses, bottom of 38, fourth bar, please. Same thing here, please, with me. 1, and. Very nice. Lots of really good things there. Basses, just be careful in the fourth bar of 40. Be careful of your C. It wasn't wrong, it just wasn't centered. So can you just take a bit more care of it, please? Tenors, can we look back, please, to the top of 39, second bar? Sinistantum et non re. The G was a little bit fluffed. Yeah? Can I just hear that, please, tenors? 1, and. That's the one. Good, thank you. And again, just a sinistar. Just make sure that when you come off the breath, you are absolutely with me at that moment there. Good. The dynamics were fine as well in general. So thank you very much for that. Tutti, please. Bottom of 38, fourth bar. 1, and. Good. La-ten, la-ten. Don't put too much L on the front of la-ten, sopranos. Prepare the vowel. La-ten. L is one of those things that can occasionally make us a bit tight. La-ten. So just make sure you're really prepared for that. I won't practice it right now. Can we please go back now to the top of 36, fifth bar? Dogma datur, which is even harder to keep in time because it's piano. And there is, that age-old rule that as soon as we sing piano, we start 5 metronome beats slower because it's piano. Het peeve. 1, 2, 3. Fifth bar of 36. Straight on. 1, and. Thank you. It was lovely. It wasn't piano. Fifth bar of 36, one more time. 1, and. Now here we can go a bit. Yes. Bien. Bravo. Lovely. Same thing here. Very nice. Classy, classy stuff. Thank you very much. Can we move on, please, to movement number 7? I'll do it very slow 4. Would that be easier for you, or would you prefer an 8? Yeah, well, let's go. Ready, and... Soon. And. Two, and 1. Soon.